So we are at day one of Informatica World at Las Vegas, and it's very exciting. It's a very energizing place. We just finished the kickoff and keynote from Anil and Amit. I was there sitting in the audience. I really enjoyed the session. It was great. It was follow-up. It was building on the session that we did last year, which you did last year in San Francisco, Moscone Center. And I learned a lot, actually. Lots been going on, and you are developing your product to the next level. You are getting onto cloud. You have now Clear, which is an action, which is your AI engine. A lot of good stuff. And I liked your statement, Amit, Anil, which you mentioned that data is a critical foundation for digital transformation. And and we have been in Accenture, we have been doing this work for a while. We have always believed that without data you cannot move forward. I mean, and in the last 1 year, we are very clear, based on our discussion with our clients and our customers and ourselves, we are very clear that data actually, not even data, right data is critical for building an intelligent enterprise.
Exactly.
And that's what we're seeing. So you cannot actually build intelligence unless you have right data set, which is not about the accuracy and quality of data, but it's also about completeness of data, to your point, right, and everything else along with it. So I just wanted to ask you, Anil, I mean, you mentioned about, and you also talked about the alliance with Azure. I mean, you have now Azure and AWS, compatibility to your product suite.
Right.
And you're talking about the new things that you're developing. Can you elaborate a little more about the challenges you see in your role when you talk to the clients, and how is Accenture Informatica addressing those challenges as you go along in building your product suite?
Perfect. No, first of all, thank you for having us here. Thank you for sponsoring, and it's a partnership that we value a lot between Accenture and Informatica. Over 20 years of partnership right now, and I think we're ready for the next 25 years. The way we think about Informatica, as you said, is we are building that data foundation for digital transformation. We call that the Intelligent Data Platform. And the idea is that the Intelligent Data Platform, working together with you, gets implemented for the customer specific to their business needs over time. It's not just one thing, it covers multiple areas. And we call our whole space as enterprise cloud data management. Many of you know Informatica as the ETL company or the data integration company. That's great that we have that partnership and mindshare with you. But we've expanded well beyond that. And our general principle right now is, as you said, it's the right data, it's trusted data. And that data is both on-premise as well as in the cloud. And cloud means both software as a service and multiple public cloud platforms like Amazon, Azure, Google, etc. And our goal is to build the tool set, the platform, that can help you manage that data consistently, whether it's on-premise or in the cloud.
So with that, let me ask Amit, because Amit shared your data 3.0, right, and your framework around system thinking. So can you just give a 1 minute spiel on what is new in Informatica? What's Informatica and the new means? I mean, what are the new best of the breed product that you're launching in? Can you just elaborate a little bit more?
No, sure. I'll just build on what Anil said. I think while Anil talked about the platform, we've been very focused that we have three-pronged product strategy. Build best-of-breed product because customers have individual projects. We also actually took some learnings from as we worked with you with our customers to go build some solutions for customers, for business users kind of thing. But the platform is something that customers don't buy. It builds when you start doing individual projects. Now in that area, obviously, our portfolio has grown a lot. In fact, it's hard for me now to do a 30-minute keynote and cover the entire portfolio. That's a struggle I have. I mean, as Anil said, in the old world, we had data integration and data quality. We have MDM that is still growing like crazy for us. Then we have cloud, big data, data catalog, and data security. 4 product lines that we've added in the last couple of years, which is actually more than all the stuff we had before. And they're growing basically at a very fast clip. I mean, you saw some stats. Our cloud today runs 2.5 trillion transactions a month. Our big data product is run by hundreds and hundreds of customers across the globe. In fact, companies like Transamerica are running MDM with big data behind it for like more than 1 billion records a day. So those are the areas where we see a whole lot of new use cases, new problems. Data governance is a big area where we are seeing obviously a massive traction towards growing and solving some of those business problems. So that's where we see. And when you ask me the question on system thinking, I'll just say, look, our belief is that if you have to think of data as a platform, you have to kind of have some attributes like solving for scale, security, and governance. So those are the kind of things that we are focused on.
Oh, that's great, and I think I can tell you. So let me ask you a very easy question, right? Just building on what you said. If you want, like our executives in Accenture to remember 3 things, what are the 3 new things they should just go and find more about Informatica?
Well, I'll just 3 things I'll say: data catalog.
Yes.
Number 2 is cloud.
Yes.
And number 3 is big data. And I would say data catalog, I say data because data catalog solves a lot of use cases. Governance is the one that we are collectively engaged in, governance, GDPR. But data catalog solving governance and security use cases, cloud and big data are areas where we're seeing skyrocketing growth.
Do you want to mention the last 8 weeks of we both working together on a particular problem?
Well, you made it harder for me. You made it 6 weeks, actually. So, I love that actually, Anil. After we chatted in one of our QBRs, Sanjeev and me, I went to your design studio, which by the way is
QBR, we 3 were there. But we took both of them
together
action.
One of the action we took. And, I went to meet Sanjeev in their design studio, which by the way is a really awesome experience. And we said, look, we're going to do something very agile. I mean, Accenture is a large company. I mean, we feel like we are large, but obviously they are crazy big. And Sanjeev said, look, let's put something agile in place, 6-week program to launch a new offering. And we focused on this whole governance and GDPR offering, which is where we are seeing a lot of collective traction in the industry. And in 6 weeks, I have to say, teams from Accenture and Informatica partnered to come up with the right customer-backed use case that we are seeing. What is the solution, collective solution, a messaging. And now our goal is basically, we're going to take it out. We're basically looking at customers that we can bring in and start experimenting with. And in the second half, basically, we want to go out there and put it in front of customers.
And we are thinking about doing, once this work stream is successful, Anil, we are thinking about starting 3 more.
Exactly.
But we wanted to, my idea to Amit was that let's get one going.
Exactly.
And take it to the field and make some success stories, and then we go and do it for others, right?
That makes sense.
And make our clients successful.
That's exactly right. I think that's, and in the meantime, just to, he's mentioned the 3 things, as those are the top 3 things. The broader one I would say is anytime you see anything related to data management or integration, think of Informatica. Come check with us. And if we don't have it, we will tell you. We've always built that relationship with Accenture.
Absolutely. I think that's a good golden nugget for anybody. So Anil, now given that we are working on the new side of the Informatica and Accenture, and you know that we have formed a new data business group, which I mentioned to you.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. And we are focusing on new innovative solutions, a new book of business on the new, right? Which includes things like governance, but governance for the future, which include data privacy, personal data privacy, not the past, right? Which includes the new supply chain on cloud, right? Which includes things like the quality, but more completeness in quality, more unstructured data. And which also includes things like whether companies have right data strategy, how to monetize data, and so on and so forth, right? So we're building that whole business, extending that business. It's not building, extending that business. But guess what? Not everybody is aware of what Informatica is doing in the new and what new products and solutions are doing. And we were talking about that we need to educate everybody at scale.
Yeah.
And we are a pretty big company. Like,
exactly.
We
are 4,000, you're 400,000 plus.
430,000,
wow.
right? 430,000 plus, right? And within that, we have many people who are at the client side who are talking to clients every day. They manage relationships. They actually are helping clients for the last 15 years.
Exactly.
They may be at the same client for 15 years, and they know exactly what clients want. They know what is their future and their strategy to go forward. And we have 20,000 data professionals.
Exactly.
So the idea is, and I just want you to think about it and tell us, but we need to scale ourselves. And Informatica, and Amit said, Amit will help in scaling that practice. But do you have any view? How can Informatica help Accenture to ensure that we are able to train our people at pace, at scale, and get them ready for the new, right? Any expectation, any
Well, first of all, you have a 100% commitment from us. Accenture has always been our largest partner for a very long time, and we want to, because I think the values of the companies, the philosophy of the companies match really well. We want to make best of breed products and solutions, but we know that what we provide is only part of the solution. It actually becomes a real solution for a customer when we work with you.
Yeah.
So we understand that really well. So that's the first full commitment we have. I think in terms of scaling, we will take your lead. I think, as you said, you're so much larger, you cover pretty much all aspects of a company's big strategy, transformation, etc. What we want to make sure is that we understand how you are going to market, and wherever you see the need for broader data management, we want to plug in. And that's where we made a lot of things at the back end available to everybody, technical trainings and so on and so forth. But we want to work with you and follow your path to do
We will need more support from you.
Absolutely. And we absolutely have it. Exactly.
You wanted to say something?
No, I agree with Anil. Obviously, if you obviously have, we made partner training, obviously, almost pretty much free. But I think in this initiative, we basically got to work directly with each other.
Yeah.
The product team was directly working with your team. So it was a lot more, I think that experiment I liked.
Yeah.
Where we were a lot tighter than a very corporate driven, very PowerPoint driven initiative. This was ground up. We got the right people together, and that's why in 6 weeks we were able to take it out.
Good. So we are looking for an exciting future as both the companies work together. I think there's a lot to be done in this space. There's so much help our large companies and our customers require from us to ensure that we can help them become intelligent enterprise. And I think there's so much for data to really leverage the power of data in the future. So thanks for your time today. Thanks for this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Appreciate it.